Hello everyone, Sandra here. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to fish. Now, of course, this is on Lab already. So if you want to, please go take a look. This is the official fishing guide posted by Genshin Impact Official. So let's just quickly go over it. So in order to unlock the fishing system, you need to have unlocked the Serenity Teapot, because some of the fish you'll be able to place them in the teapot later. And also you have to complete the corresponding quest to start the fishing process, which in this case is called Exploding Population. So here are the steps on how you can fish. The step 1 is you have to make baits. There are 4 types of baits. Each one is suited for a different type, 2 different types of fish. It's listed later down below. And also on top, each bait will need to be crafted at the crafting table using different materials. So maybe it's best to look into some of these materials, basically the foods that are the cooking ingredients that are non-local, and start storing them up. The second one is you have to select the appropriate fishing rod and bait. The idea with the fishing rod is that if you use the corresponding fishing rod to the nation, so for example, if you use a Mondstadt fishing rod you bought from a Mondstadt person in Mondstadt, then you have a higher chance of catching fish. That's essentially what they mean by the appropriate fishing rod. And on top, fishing rods can be purchasable from the Mondstadt Lure and the Inazuma Fishing Association. Their location will be later added to the map as soon as release of 2.1. These will be new NPCs that technically have shops. The third one, of course, is cast your line and keep track of your fishing process. So cast your line means toss the bait into the water, and then keeping track of your fishing process means if you see a fish that is like biting the bait, you need to start going to the pulling process. Now, how to identify which areas can be fished. If you see ripples in nearby water body, that means that is a fishing point. Each fishing point will be refreshed every 3 days, and then the type of fish in there will change between day and night depending on the influence. Now, moving on to the fourth one, the also different bodies of water will contain different species of fish, so you can also view the fish that are found in this area and the appropriate rod and the appropriate bait that best lets you pick the fish. Now, finally, they actually managed to list the each type of fish, which bait is best for them. However, we still don't know how to craft these 3 at the moment. We know this one is Sunseta plus wheat here, but we still don't know how to craft the other 3. So my advice would just be stocking up cooking ingredients, because from this one it looks like all 3 are going to be non-local cooking ingredients, so that's what you should do. Now, what to do with the fish? Once you catch a X amount of fish, you can exchange them in the fishing association of each region. So in Mondstadt, it's just outside of Mondstadt city. In Lure, it's in Lure harbor. And in Inazuma, it's just south of the Konda village and between the Inazuma city and Konda village. So these 3 are the locations where you can grab the formula for this one allows you to grab the formula for the other 3 baits, and this one is the other fishing rod. This one is a fishing rod. This is actually a furniture you can put in your Serenity Teapot on the outside. You can put fishes in there. This one is the teapot. This one is the other fishing rod. This is the fish fork I've been talking about all the time. If you want to check out the video, this is a really good weapon. If you want to check it out, go check out the video called How Good is a Catch. And these are the materials that are needed to level up the refinement of catch to go up to refinement 5. So of course, theoretically, if you fish enough, you might be able to get the catch R5 on day 1. Now the rest is exactly on how to fish, so I'll just be going over them quickly. The first one is you have to hold and cast the rod. The second one is once you start seeing fish coming, you have to pull, and when you're pulling, you gotta try to keep your bar within the range there. And the third one is if you manage to keep the long enough, you're successful, you'll be able to get a fish. The fourth one is that sometimes it's a little bit hard to do that, and if you manage to fail, then the fish will escape, then you have to recast the bait and then do it all over again. The good thing is that they are adding new fishing markers so you know where to fish, but of course if you check out the interactive map, I believe they have locations probably figured out on day 1. And finally, if you have extra fish that you have no use for, they can be converted into fish, like the cooking ingredients, not the actual fish, but they can all be converted into 1 piece of fish each for cooking, which is sort of funny. And finally, of course, remember to get these from Inazuma. The catch and get it up to R5 is going to be very good. Now, don't look at the base low attack. The energy recharge is going to go up to 45 and higher. And also the passive is very good. And finally, these are some of the fish specimens that are found. They will sort of look like this. And because there is a ripple, so this is going to be a fishable area. And finally, like I've talked about before, you can redeem this new blueprint called Pool of Sapphire Grace. This one is going to be like a fishing. This one's going to be like a fish pool, fish pond within your Serenity teapot. And you can place fishes in there. And of course, if you have a Klee, you can bomb fish in there as well. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. Thank you and have a nice day.